Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome back. We are in the deep roads, aren't we? Yes, we are. Let's see what's in this building. The Shaperate.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Orden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
What the? How would...
Perhaps you should stand over there instead.
Wow.
Are you with that warrior girl who's always here?
Warrior girl who's always here?
It has begun.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
He kind of made it sound like Dan X stole it. What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
Hello, Julia. Have I played Project Zomboid? I forgot. I'll have to double check. I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
I've never heard of Project Zomboid, actually. Well, look out because I like side quests. They're my favorite kind of quests. Because they're on the side. Deep roads. Orzammar politics. Yeah, the dungeon for the dwarves is massive. It's huge.
As you say.
50 more XP. Good. Leliana, if you wouldn't mind robbing the dwarves for me. The search for the true prophet. Gloves of diligence. +4 armor. Not that great, honestly.
Very well.
It's not robbing if no one catches you.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
Thank you, Fisher Daidu. How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
I would like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkle, a cleric of Redcliffe.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
What harm would it do to let him preach?
He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzammar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Tell me some of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
What are the deep roads?
They were once our highways beneath the mountains. Now the darkspawn claim them and few venture there, except your order, who enter the deep roads when they retire, so they can die slaughtering as many darkspawn as possible.
How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth 12 dwarves in battle, but Caridin's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
Where is Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Hello, Ghost. The calm reaction of how unfortunate I know. Well, it's kind of a DLC character, so they may not have like fully fleshed out a lot of dialogue for every character. Dresden Shuffler, 37 months, thank you. And Spectral Lemon, thank you for that gift sub. And Sturgeons, Manliest of Man, Spectral Lemon, Sassbags, Massacre, Procurator Loot, BBC, Carnivus, and Soego, thank you for the subs, guys. How did you enough history, let's talk basic Orzammar again.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
And that's what Branka was?
Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it.
What?
It earned her paragon status.
How do you have smokeless coal? Where's Branka now?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned.
How did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Kiatshet, trained his sons to defend their king.
Kiatshet?
They became the warrior caste. Shatyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
Branka, in my language, is the small fence gate. Oh. What about the casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
Wow. It seems easy for you to dismiss them.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
What What the fuck? My first question.
Please, speak your mind.
Goodbye.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Yeah. What? They are brutal, my god. They remind me of Spartans where they'd kill, like, anyone that was not strong. Anyone that wasn't super duper strong, they'd murder them. Why, hello there.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
You know who I am?
It would be hard not to notice the Grey Warden and his eclectic entourage. I hear you seek the aid of Orzammar's finest.
I need aid against the Blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Can I talk to Belin?
You must understand, Haramond hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
I thought King Endurin himself supported Haramond.
That hurts worst of all. That Haramond would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
Hello, Flot. Dan C to you as well. What must I do to prove my good intentions?
Haramond has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Haramond's deception...
Irrefutable evidence? Which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Haramond promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Haramond can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Haramond gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Did you ever play the Dwarf Noble story? I haven't. Actually, I have before. I've played all of them, but it's been like 10 years, so I don't remember it much. Where did you get the promissory notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Is there someone you could report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them. And his grandfather was Lord Haramond's aunt's first cousin.
Oh,
Obviously,
no.
we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
Oh, of course not. He'd hold a distant relative over his duty?
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I'll have to think about this.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
You are a dick. I don't like him.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Whoa!
Enough!
Whoa!
The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Damn. Politics is so divided nowadays.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize DansGaming of the lands of Twitch, town of House Kuzland, mighty Great Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Well, that just makes me want to type Dan D in chat. That's rude. Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
You know what you could do for me, brother? A nice cold dwarf ale. No, actually, dwarves probably like warm beer because they like lava and stuff.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
Is this Ironforge? It seems to me like there's a dwarf archetype that all dwarves live underground. They love lava. They love stone, everything. And they love beer. They love big beards. And they're stocky. And they're drunk all the time. And they're very about laws and family and stuff. Seems like that's like the common trait amongst dwarves. All kinds of stories and movies and, you know, all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I don't even know if Tolkien was the first to do it, but he was definitely the most popular. I would speak with Lord Harrowmont.
In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you.
500 bits from Seville says, thanks for playing this game, Dan. Reminded me how much I love it, and I started a new run this weekend as a blend mage. What's a blend mage? I don't know what a blend mage is, but awesome. Maybe it got auto-corrected, because sometimes autocorrects, like, sometimes I'm like, you ducking piece of shit. I'm like, that's not what I said. Siri, come on. Oh, blood mage, maybe? Yeah, probably meant blood mage. How can I prove I'm not working for Balin?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
Do you want to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't want to start picking sides.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly use you on his side.
We're gonna have a proving in chat. Chat's gonna battle each other. It's gonna be the Dan Blanks versus the Dan C's. See who wins. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Dan C versus Dan Blank tonight on Fox. Throne of Orzammar, caged in stone. Balin is a real dick. I remember that, but I remember that if you go with him, sometimes he may be an awful person, but he ends up being a good king. It's weird. Ooh, glass phylactery. Saving. Take the vial. Okay. Now we'll move over there. Okay, heal on me. You move back, girlfriend. Is he immune? Is he hitting it all? Nope. Speed for bonus attack, increased chance. Miss. Wait a minute, he's doing frost damage, isn't he? He's immune to frost damage. Resist. That dealt 88 damage. Okay, that was not bad. Boom. Yeah, we're going without Morgan because Shale has some really good dialogue in this dungeon if you take him with you. Some really juicy lore. We know how much I love my lore. Alright, let's go. Okay, you need to taunt. You have to bring Ogren. You have to. No choice in the matter. He hits occasionally, which is nice, but not enough. Okay, maybe Boom Boom is not so bad. That Boom Boom was not bad at all, actually. Try smiting his ass. Oh, that wasn't smite. That was the spell. Oops. Buff her damage again. Okay, let's move him over so that way we can do the rock throw and stuff. Otherwise he won't.
Send me.
No. Favorite snack to eat off stream? Probably pussy. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Okay. You know that's not true. Okay. All right, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Pounds the earth, mobilizing the enemies. Well, that crashed down target area. Okay, we need to move you guys back further. Go ahead and slam him. Good. Shale's doing real bad. Yeah, unfortunately, I need to go to our base and grab some other damage types for him too. I don't think he can harm her right now. Got him. Got him. Money, scrap of paper. Yeah, we'll just go back to our camp real fast and grab alternate weapon types. That way Shale can do more than just ice damage. You idiot. This isn't the vault. We have to get out of here. What? Uh-oh.
Witness.
Okay, back up. Okay, get them all grouped up so we can go ahead and do a little bit of boom, ba boom, boom. Did it miss? Okay, I need to taunt. Resist, man. Shale keeps missing. I think I gotta get her strength up. Shale seems pretty bad. I don't know.
Ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
Deep mushroom.
It is begun.
Thanks again, Warden.
Well, you're welcome, but is there a reward? No?
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Well, I have two invitations right here. A and B.
Lord Balin is the voice of change and defense.
Yeah, your propaganda.
News of the hour. Lord Balin promises radical.
As you say.
Well, here's a room full of stuff. With a long sword. Tome of the Mortal Vessel. Base attributes. Just one? Wow, that's awful. Gotta pump Shale's strength up as much as possible. Don't mind me just robbing Harrimont. No big deal. No need to worry. A letter from King Indwin. My Lord Harrimont. My guilt weighs heavily on me, and I know that I was a fool. Only a fool would cut out his own heart and burn it for the sake of appearances. I allowed the Assembly to send my child to exile and death because I feared an inquiry into Triton's murder would taint our house with scandal. You have been my rock and my shield these long months, and for that I thank you. But I must ask for one thing more. I wish to discover my child survived. Even the smallest trace will set my mind at ease. Send your men, your scouts, anyone who will go. Balin thinks I am mad. He says that if word spreads of my wish, our house will be undone. He doesn't know that Adokin is already lost. I destroyed us when I sacrificed what was most precious. Please, Pyro, help me. Come to you not as king, but as a father. That's not good. Do you get more out of 10 subs or a €50 gift? I think euros, but when you give 10 gift subs, chat gets a share in that for a whole month. So it's like everyone wins. That's why I like gift subs a lot.
You have come at a difficult time.
Have I? Boom, 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 boom. If I donate directly, when you win more? Well, it's not about like the money. Like the money is nice, but it's like a donation is nice, but it's a one-time event like that. That's at one point in time, and like it sort of fades over time. Whereas when you gift subs, that gift sort of lasts the entire month. So you get to feel the donation for a much longer period of time. But if you solely want to give as much money as possible to the streamer, then a direct donation is always the best way. There's the least amount is taken away from other things. Have I got in here? I'm not sure. Let's double check. Hello there.
A Trust Valar, stranger. Here for armor or conversation?
Jenar, do you have a daughter named Dagna?
Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go.
I'd like to help her study with the mages.
Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll never be able to marry or work in Orzammar again. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna knows that. It's just a childhood fantasy that dies hard. Please, if you see her, send her back and let me talk some sense into her.
No, she just wants to be free.
Please, don't encourage Dagna further. Tell her you were wrong and, of course, keep...
Don't you want your daughter to be happy? Doesn't that matter to you, sir? More than your foolish pride. Kappa pride. You know? Let her be free. Let her love and experience life. Oh my god, thank you, Nurk GG for 10 gift subs! And then Spectral Lemming gifted a sub to Tie-Dye Panda. And then Tie-Dye Panda gifted 5 gift subs! That's a gift chain! Thank you, Tie-Dye Panda. You guys are awesome. Ghetto Shitlord, thank you for 39 months. Mako Maku, thank you for 23 months. And Minster, thank you for 13 months. Hello, Brother Burkle.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
He agreed to let you hold prayer meetings.
Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
Thank you. It's a nug! Oh, we leveled up. Perfect. I want a little bit of willpower too, so I can actually use some abilities. Oh, thank you, Bozo Skeleton, for 5 gift subs. And thank you for the resub as well. And Talizor Vast Normandy with 65 months. Thank you very much, guys. Additional benefits. Let's go for assault. 'Cause I like salt. It tastes good on food. Where does this go? This is the Dust Town. Let's go to Let's go to the surface. We need to grab some weapons for Shale, and also... Yeah, Shale's currently, like, really bad at hitting stuff. You might respec her and make her better.
Do you miss the life you once had, Shell? These centuries of memories you have lost?
Does it miss being within its mother's womb?
Do I... Well, no. I don't remember that far back.
It is no different. My memory stretches only so far, and what went before is now lost.
And you remember nothing at all? Not even a little bit?
There are images, faces who I have no names for, places I remember being but not where they are. Do I miss these things? They are without context. I feel only disquiet when I think of them.
Like dreams, then. When you awake, all the details have fled.
Is that what it is to dream? Then yes, perhaps it is like that.
How very sad. To discover your entire life has been a forgotten dream. I am so sorry.
Now the hard part. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Thank you very much. Nice one for the Twitch Prime sub. Kyoshi! Thank you for the resub. Says Nug. Nugs are extremely creepy looking. Let's see. But really tasty? I don't know about that. Thank you, Julia. I've uploaded Dan Blush. Should be live in a few minutes. Not Dan Flush. That'd be Dan Potty. Dan Blush. Okay, we need to give this respec potion to Shale. Get her to be less awful, because right now she's really bad. Need 18 dexterity. What? Fine. Strength actually helps you hit in this game. Bonus to damage it, feels resistant, and mental resistance as well. Bonus to critical chance. make the warrior style, I guess. Like that. There, we'll make, now Shale's gonna be Boom Boom. Alright, so... all your stances will go there. You won't need Taunt. Alright. Jeez. Rah! Moderate time sustained. Attack speed bonus to attacks will increase chance score hits while doing was active. So like that. Keep those always on. Okay. So we want Scrapper. Nope. Nope. I don't trust you to use your abilities correctly, so I'll do it. I'll do it manually for you, sir. You love this game? Oh, me too. This game is so good. Ah, it's so classic. Decided to give Leylon the Nug gift. That thing does squeak loudly. So probably not right away. Yeah, it's aged pretty well too. Graphically, it still kind of looks a bit muddy. It even looked a bit muddy when it came out. But it's nice. I like it. Well, you have to be in certain modes to use certain abilities, so that's why we have them next to the activated mode. Oh, Morrigan.
What have you there? A mirror? It is just the same as the mirror which Flemeth smashed on the ground so long ago. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return, certainly.
Don't be ridiculous. It's a gift, Morrigan.
You say that as if I should be accustomed to such a thing. I have never received a gift, not one which did not come at a price. I suppose I should say thank you for the gift. 'Tis most thoughtful, truly.
Aw, she's got massive magic. We haven't killed Flemeth yet, no. We're going to save dragons for the last part. Because dragons are a bit tough. Yeah, she got some big old magic.
Unexpected. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Search for the true prophet. Probably good for win.
Oh, marvelous.
Moderate strength. Oh, damn, Blush is live. No, new. Oh my god, Julia. Oh, damn. Oh man. That's terrifying and awesome at the same time. Meow Tit, thank you for the 21-month resub, and Deleb, thank you for the Switch Prime sub. Once you get Ogren, can you come back to camp to change them up? I can't remember. Or now I gotta bring stuff with me. I'll keep that family sword for our archives.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
That's not uncommon, Caleb. Sort of like, I'm sure lots of people liked, wanted Brad Pitt, and then Jolie came along, and everyone was like, screw that lady. That was my man, lady. How dare you? Siadra Snack Attack, thank you for 5 gift subs. Jeez, so many gift subs today, guys. You guys are insane. Entire 7, you thank you for that resub. And R Young, thank you very much as well. You guys are making me blush. I haven't changed Liliana's gear in ages. What is she wearing? Critical chance. Belts. Let's look at belts for her. Hey, Dan, you look like a pedo. I don't think I look like your father, honestly. Him. Nope. Nope. Not a lot of belts. Let's see if we can buy her one. That's better. Actually, kind of low on cash, aren't we? We gotta go earn more cash. Well, the troll of cow, obviously.
Indeed.
Alright, I'll go with this group makeup for now. Deep Road's gonna be tough if we don't bring, because Deep Road's gonna be a real pain in the ass because I want to get Shale's dialogue, but that means I can't have Morgan at the party because I have to have Ogred and Shale, and then the fourth slots always win. You can't not have win.
Do you miss the cloister much? I heard you were quite happy there.
Yes, I was generally. It was peaceful and it gave me a new start. No one knew who I was, but sometimes I am glad I am away and back on the road. There were bothersome things about the place. Well, bothersome people. Some of the brothers and sisters would talk to you like the chant they spoke was more pleasing to the Maker.
Let's go really high strength. Armor resistance. Use nearby with domes to attack, damage, health regeneration. I guess we'll go with tank mode, I guess.
Oh, I hated the way they talked down at me. So sometimes I forget the words to the chant, or say them wrong. But so what? The Maker looks into your heart, no? So it doesn't matter what your lips say, as long as your heart is true.
I think you're missing the point, my dear. The Chantry believes the chant of light should be spread around the world. You cannot spread it if those that are speaking the chant are speaking it incorrectly.
But I came to the Maker before I had even heard all of the chants. The Maker speaks to people. They just don't know how to listen. It is all a power game, I think. If they convince others they know more, then they must be respected.
Child, it is precisely this kind of talk that made them wary of you. Opinions that differ from your own are always threatening.